Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Mandem. You got me, Marty. I'm not gonna do the AKA. I don't feel like it. It's a sad day. Anyway, yeah, Marty, and then I got my boy.
It's your boy JB, aka John B.
We're back again.
You gonna tell him your name?
Yeah, who are you?
Ima.
And
Welcome back again. This is Christian Cocker.
Again, this is Francis, aka Bill Gates.
Hey, you copying me with the AKA? Do I have to go back to the AKAs?
I don't know, man. I don't relax. Man, you seem pretty happy, man, with that shirt on.
That's why it's a sad day, man. My club is disappointing me.
You smiling through the pain?
A guy don't support Manchester United anymore.
Man,
You just got the
I think
jersey.
I'm gonna take a transfer ticket. I'm gonna leave this team, man.
Yo, what's wrong? What's wrong with our club, bro?
I don't even know, man.
No, let's go back to this game, right? Against Brentford. Ivan Toney, all right, that guy, okay, yeah, he's good. The amount of chances, 31 shots against us. Yeah, they have 5 on target, but they hit the post like 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
No, but the Premier League team, like those little teams that I would say little teams, they have teams that Manchester cannot play with.
Oh, of course.
Especially there's a team Brighton playing today too.
That's our
Some of those teams when they play against Manchester, it's different. You're playing against a big team, so what do you expect? Everybody want to show off. Everybody want to show himself. So I mean, they go 100% more than the United players. So for me, that's what I see, and
that's the thing. United players don't go 100% at all. It's only a few players that go 100%, but the players you can tell the players are not putting in the correct work rate. Like the attitude is not correct, the body language is not correct. You laughing, bro?
Yeah, the reason why I'm laughing is because that me growing up, like Manchester United was like
that team, bro.
biggest, like it was the biggest club like you could
The
think
best.
of at the time, like the best.
Of
yeah.
course.
They won everything. You know what I'm saying? They got the stars. They got the coach, Alex Ferguson. Everything was just going great with the club. And like now, looking at it right now, it's like crazy bad. Like it's so bad. Like you guys have no identity. You guys don't have the players, the chemistry. Bro, you guys have no structure, right? It is so bad. Like watching United right now, and it's like it's funny because I'm an Arsenal fan, and I remember growing up, men used to beat Arsenal all the time. So like right now, see you guys like.
It too, right?
Struggling.
What are you talking about?
Man.
What are you talking about?
I mean, when Arsenal was really good, like I was really young, so like I didn't really like understand like soccer or football at that time. Like growing up around like maybe like I really started tapping into soccer like 2000, maybe 11.
Yeah,
At that time Arsenal sucked, man. I'm sorry to say this, but Arsenal was bad.
Yeah.
Like
for me, soccer. I mean, every team has their own season, and sometimes you're going through tough time for you to come back because Arsenal was in that position. Now
Right.
Chelsea too is in that position. So I mean, Manchester they try to get out of position a little bit, but they're still in that circle. But it takes time. So you expect in the next 2-3 years to the Manchester City and the other team, they're gonna find themselves in that position too. So
Really?
That's what soccer is about, man.
What I could say about Arsenal, right? No matter how Arsenal will struggle, it was always in the top 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was always in the
This
top
is the
4.
thing too about Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal,
They always been in the top 6.
even though they wouldn't be winning like trophies and such, the football they were playing was actually nice though.
Yeah.
Like it was actually appealing to the eye most of the
Right.
time. Like throughout the years, like Wenger ball was actually nice. It was just you guys weren't winning like that prolifically.
And honestly, that's the style everyone is playing now.
Yeah.
Or at least trying to.
Trying
It's
to,
like
yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
like
yeah.
trying to pass the ball, keep the ball, pass the ball. Before, because it was like one way. It's like go down the line, attack, cross that ball, somebody. But now it's
Yeah.
different. That's why most of the team, they don't even need a striker now. They don't be like have natural strikers. They just put people there, play the first line position, drop in the box, tap it and go
Well,
back.
football normally is the team that move a lot in the field has a better chance to win.
Oh yeah.
It's a movement game. The more you move, the more you create space.
Space. Yep.
And then if you don't move, you don't create space. You're not gonna.
Exactly.
So like Manchester, like yesterday, I was fortunate to watch the Manchester game.
I was
You see
unfortunate.
that, and yeah, I don't watch soccer at all. I don't support
I
any
ain't
team.
watch the game.
I don't support team, but the boys were more determined than Manchester. They were moving. When they lose the ball, you see how angry they are
The
to get back
the Brentford
ball.
players,
And
right?
when they win the ball, they move the ball as quick as they can. And
It's the work rate, it's the passion.
for
it's
me,
energy.
all the past games that I've seen, the Manchester goalkeeper is the one that's saving the Manchester United for right now. Is the before when he come in the Premier League, he was having a bad day. That happened in the game, but he catch up and now he's one of the best. He's helping the team a lot.
But listen, honestly, right? Y'all sleeping on Brentford. Brentford be playing like that since the return from Ivan Toney in the 8th month. They be playing. They play well against City. They was unlucky. They play well against Arsenal. They was unlucky.
They always play well.
And they been playing for the past 4 games. They be like really solid. It was just unfortunate with the result.
Brentford's issue is with their finishing. Like before, Tony had his ban, and Bremo was also injured too. So basically, they had no focal point up top. But now that those guys are coming back, and then like they're kind of playing the way that, especially they were playing last season. Yeah, they're gonna start racking up more points. But the finishing, the finishing again was poor last game.
I mean, from my own point of view, we're not playing good right now because we're not going to where the problem starts. Every team in the world, like he said, we're gonna have teams that they're gonna have issues in the next 3 years, 4 years, and they're gonna be just like Man U, right? Again, when we used to have the David Beckhams and the Paul Scholes and the Ryan Giggs, Carrick, and all these people, United could have started already bringing in players that are gonna take those people's position.
Yes,
right. Watch the funny part. Now, what all of these most big clubs focus right now on is more like money, which means how many merchandise you sell for the year. I'm gonna bring the kid from Ajax to come play because he used to do all these tricks, and you think when you bring him over, he's gonna make more money selling jerseys, right? But you're not looking at, should I bring in the right player? Because sometimes when you watch games, you can tell that what the heck this guy is doing in Man U. Oh, why? What is he doing in Arsenal? You can tell just by looking at the way he plays. So we never had the chance to build when we know all these other players going to leave Man U at some point. And they waited till when they left, basically. That's when they want to bring in all this Rashfords and all. This is something they should have been doing for like 2, 3, 4 years when they knew some of these players are already in the 30s. You see what I'm saying? So again, go back to why Arsenal become whatever they were, because
it's recruitment too.
Remember when they used to have the Thierry Henrys, the Beckhams, they were playing really, really good, right? And then the moment Pires, Vieira, Henry, all these people, Wiltord, they all started leaving. Now they want to come build a new Arsenal. Do you know how much time it takes just the way to build that same team? It takes so many years for Ferguson. Remember they were 13 years old, right?
Right.
They were building all this. So now what I look at soccer is more like money. And now it's actually affecting major teams around the world, including us, Manchester United. And like you said, even though we have these players right now, you don't see the passion. Like before, when you wear the Manchester United jersey,
Right.
you know what that means, right? Like you want to die for that logo. You want to this. But now, some of these guys really don't care. They just come play in week in, week out, get them the checks, and go home.
One more thing I'm gonna add to that is that you compare Man U with Arsenal, right? And at the time, you had a great point. At the time when Bergkamp and like Henry and them, when they all left, right? Arsenal didn't really spend money because like we just upgraded to the Emirates Stadium, like moving from hybrid. So like it wasn't down to us like wasting like spending money. You know what I'm saying? Because we never really spend money. We always go for like the cheaper players, the younger players, and stuff like that.
Come build them up, right?
But you guys right now are spending money, and you guys have the money to spend. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference. The only problem with your team is that I feel like it's the coach, because since Ferguson left, like none's been the same. Like nothing's been the same.
No,
It's-
I
it's
don't.
more-
I don't
it's
blame
more
the
than
coach.
the
No,
coach
no,
because
I don't blame the coaches.
It's more than the coach, right?
I blame what's going from the inside.
It's the
Uh,
structure
the-
from above.
From the
'cause
like-
yes, above.
like-
Because the
Okay.
coach want to do the right thing, and you have the people in there, the directors, and they said, no,
Okay.
we don't want this guy. This is who we want, and automatically, what's going to happen to you, the coach? You're going to leave because you know you're not in control of what.
And
in control of your team.
like you say, sometimes it's the coach because sometimes most of these coaches are they are deal with agency, and when you're dealing with agency, you have players that sign in that agency too. So
of course.
if some of those players are out of contract, then let's say you're the coach of this Manchester or any other team. Let's say let's say Emmanuel is out of contract, but Emmanuel is a big player now.
Right.
What do you think going to happen? The agency going to talk. You're going to work a deal. Most of these coaches are working a deal to bring in players that when you see them, when you value them, they're not fit to be there. But it happened. Right. So like for the Manchester issue, I don't live in England. I don't know but something going on. It's not the coach, but something is going on which is different, which is affecting the team. The old team. You see, sometimes the consistency of the team. Sometimes today they will do well, and then tomorrow they fall. So there's no consistency in the team.
Yeah.
So, and then remember when the coach come in the first year when they come in, Manchester was at least 6 or 7. But if you fight with them and they get to the Champions League position,
Yeah.
so that tell you it's not the coach. Something else happened somewhere, but. Like I say, they'll figure out a way and they will find a way out of it.
It's more than the coach.
It's more than that because if you go through the news, you kind of dig into the issue. Like I said, if Mourinho left when Manu was second or something, and then he came out and said what things are not going right. Ronaldo left, things are not going right. So automatically that's gonna cause a problem in the locker room.
Because for me,
now,
what I understand, Bill Gates, is it something like a dictation.
dictatorship,
Yeah,
like
something.
It's the
you go
Glazers
this way.
Yeah.
Even
Or we-
before,
We want you, but this is what we want you to do.
Yeah,
And then when you go against their rules,
you gotta leave. They don't mind paying you
yeah.
off your 20 million.
yeah,
let's be honest.
that's what
How can you pay a coach of 10, 20 million just like that, just because and the club is losing what? Money, right? We're going to use that money and bring maybe better players in.
Why do you think they refuse to sell Manchester United? Why do you think?
Well,
Because obviously they're making money.
They don't want to sell it.
they're making more.
But
more money.
remember,
Yeah.
if they sell Manchester United to the guy that won Manchester before, everything is changed.
Right.
Facility and everything, because Ronaldo was complaining about the facility. People think because Ronaldo want to leave, blah 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 blah. So, but when the time comes, people understand exactly what Ronaldo was coming
Exactly.
from. And some players are saying it. Some players are saying it now because Ronaldo speak about it already.
Right.
So Manchester is like somewhere is a team where when you are in the team, everything stay in there. Even if you see the truth, you don't speak. If you speak, they look at bad. They look at bad person, or they have their own interpretation. So, for me, that's what I see what's going on.
So, going back to the coach, like Eric Ten Hag, like what do you think of him? Since you're a Man U fan, you guys are both Man U fans. Like, what do you think of the coach right now? Like, do you think, based on how they're playing right now, based on like from last season, obviously you guys went to the Champions League, playing very very great compared to like right now. Do you keep him, or does he have to go?
Well, for me, honestly, he's playing some players that are not supposed to be playing right now. I'm just being frank with you. Sometimes the coaches will make people look at them like, what are you doing? For example, you know how Maguire was. You know how this kid from Ajax is playing. You know. The time that you're giving that kid, you could have given it to somebody else that can make use of that time because you only have 90 minutes to play.
Right.
But if from day one to now, you check the amount of time that kid already played, if you could have given those minutes to other 3, 4, 5 players, I believe that could have been a difference. No, I don't know if I'm lying.
No. For me, like I say, every player has his own strength. With when you play in a different league, England is a different league. It's a pace, fast, quick league.
Right.
Like when we're playing in Ajax, it's more relaxed.
It's more relaxed. He
You
has
can
the
take 4,
time
5
to do
minutes.
all
Then what
those
happened to
tricks and
Sanchez?
stuff.
That's what happened to Sanchez when he was playing. When he playing Dortmund now, he's doing good.
Sancho.
Sancho, yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing good.
Yeah.
When it comes to England, it's different. So sometimes I don't. It's not a coach. Think about it. If he's a bad coach, what about the coach in Chelsea? What do you want to say about it?
I can't speak on Man because that's not
What do you want to say about it?
I'll let you guys speak, but I don't be watching my game anyway, so I can't really speak on that because I don't know what's going on with the entire organization, what's going on at the backroom staff. Everybody's gonna complain, the coaches, this is that. I always say it's not football. It's not like a one-man sport. It's everybody. It's like we're gonna be together and we're gonna do the things we gotta do. Cause I'm not gonna be spending hundreds of millions of dollars on players that's like cannot do it.
But like I said, Eric Ten Hag, like he bought the players that he believed that that's gonna improve the team, right?
Yeah.
He got Anthony,
Of course.
he got Casemiro,
Lisandro Martinez.
Do you remember
Malacia.
how you call this guy? Alex Sanchez. You remember when
Alexis
he left
Sanchez?
and went over there? He was like, as soon as he went there, after
He
the
wanted
first
to
day,
leave.
he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It was so much going on
Like I said,
in the back room.
it's not. I'm not gonna blame the coach. Something is going on, which they need to solve
The
out
manager.
of.
It's a structure. It's a structure of the manager.
Inside something.
It's upper
Is
management.
it inside something?
Yeah.
Either they sell the team, or
They about to
oh,
sell
I mean,
the team.
either they sell the
They
team
already gave
or they try to fix it. Trust me, Manchester if they want to play, they can play. You see,
right?
I see most of their games where they want to play. You see them play. So that means for me the coach is not a bad coach. It's a good coach.
Yeah.
And coming and building a new team like you're talking about
Takes time.
you're talking about the academy. Everybody in the academy, everyone is a different players. You cannot bring all of them. So when they come with like Rashford and the boy, what's his name?
Sancho.
No, Garnacho.
Garnacho.
Yeah, they come with him. So the academy is to build up and to introduce not like 5, 6, but like 4
Couple.
or 3 players.
There's a few.
Yeah, so every
Slowly.
year they try to do that, and but so they need more players, more experienced players out
I
to
think
build up the team. And they for me, let them get the coach one more year and see.
I think he
Try
needs
to build
another
up a
year.
team.
I think this sport we're playing is scary as hell. It's like weird. It's like if you never play, like to get to that level, you never like really understand. It's so much like if you really know the ins and out, it's scary as hell. So I just want people to know. So one thing is business, and that's a lot of time people don't even see that. Because everybody's complaining about Man United is not performing. Man United is not performing. All these people are complaining. It's a lot of people. Some people just from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Because we're fine. We're just like, oh, they're losing this game, they're losing again. But when you go beyond the scene and really see what's going on, I saw all these players in United. They're just there. They don't say anything. They just show up, train at 8 to 4. That's your schedule, and leave and go home.
That's
They
their
will
job.
not say anything because you know
That's their job.
they're there to make their money and leave.
That's
So that's
If
why I
they
said
lose, they lose.
There's no
They
more
win, they
passion
win.
Right.
into playing. You see, like the Roy Kings and all these people. You see, whenever they have interviews, you can hear how pissed they are. Like, if I was me back then, I could have break
Yeah,
his foot.
because-
That's why I say
the
now,
passion,
like now, most of the players, they're not fans of the club that they're playing for.
It's too much money.
They're there to get their paycheck. So the least they can do
okay,
is just
okay. In,
go stay there
in
for
Alex
the week.
Ferguson time, he has control of the team.
Yeah.
Nobody
I feel like that's what it is.
nobody's
Yeah.
bigger than the team.
But
this-
also
no,
that
he has
time,
control of
Ferguson
the team,
time,
and
football
he
is
has
different.
control of every decision in the team.
Right.
Like some of the coach, for me, what I understand is some of them don't have all the decision to make.
Right.
That's what we're talking
So
about.
that's the problem. And if you're a coach, you don't have some certain decision where you make, the board is going to look at you one kind of way. So
But now you're
take
talking.
your
So
time.
the board has something to do with the entire team.
Yeah.
Like I told you, if they said yes on something, yes. If they say you have to go, I watch a whole documentary of Tottenham when they're ready to fire. What's his name again?
Jesse.
Mourinho, right?
Mourinho.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
He got fired like before playing a final.
final,
right?
yeah.
Final.
But when the board said you have to go, you have to go, and
have to
Mourinho
go.
was complaining about something.
Because they're gonna
that
pay
he-
you off.
You
They
see what I'm
don't
saying?
get outta here.
But think about it. How are they gonna pay you 20, 15 million just to get you out when they know it makes no sense? But they will never, for now, Manu will never let you as a coach have, like he said, all the rights, all the decisions. Like he said, Ferguson had all the rights. If he said no, if he said Beckham, you got to go today, you're going to leave.
Right.
But now, the moment you said, and some of the contract that these players signed, you can just not wake up tomorrow and kick them out.
Yeah,
Right.
their contract
The
is too
things
much.
become more.
Complicated.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you cannot. And some players, when they sign, they will tell you that yes, 80% of the games you're gonna play.
Yep.
I want you to pay attention to this.
That's why I
So
said for Maguire.
you're gonna think like,
No, Maguire is not a bad player.
see what
for
I'm
me.
saying?
He's not a bad
No,
player.
Maguire's not a bad player.
No, he's
He
not.
has
He's
a-
not.
He has a tough time
He just got a
going
bad-
on. But trust me,
It's a system
Yeah.
thing
he's
for him.
good on the ball.
When he plays for England,
Sometimes,
it's perfect.
It complements him. That's why.
yeah.
See, so-
When you have let's say when we're playing, you have some certain player around you. Even they cover up you. They make you look. Even if you are bad, they make you look good.
You're right.
So I mean, so sometimes when he played, he get exposed by some of the teammates
Yeah.
because, like I say, when there's a counter, it's a quick, fast play.
Right.
Well,
If you don't have anybody to help you out, they make you look bad all the time. But for me, it's not a bad player.
your goalkeepers
But
get bad
that's-
games most of the time because of the defense.
But that's what I'm trying to say, though, right? Like, the coaches, they pick the teams, right? So if you know that this guy is slow, right? He can't really recover. Like, shouldn't you, like, play him with a player that's fast? You know what I'm saying? You got to have to, like...
That's also our
find
issue.
that
Look,
structure.
but
that's
So
what-
now-
look at our
that will
injuries
tell you
this season.
That will tell you about the decision making now.
Thank you.
Right.
Son, the board tell him this
Who has to play?
this player should
Has
be
to play.
in.
So
Then
you
the-
have no
the coach-
choice.
Then the coach is just there for what?
Thank you.
That's how it is.
That's what we're
how it
talking
is.
about.
Contract thing work, right? If Christian is my manager,
Man.
And then
This time they're gonna-
I'm the same
it's
agency.
gonna-
we
yeah.
came- and we're in the same agency.
Yeah.
My boss will force you to put him.
because I already signed a paper
Yeah.
and pen, I got to play. I
Yeah,
can't
you have
go
to play. Yeah, you when you sign him, you give him.
You give him
50, okay, let's
100%
say
guarantee
80%
he's
of
gonna
playing time.
Yeah,
You
I
have
just
to.
said
So,
it.
question, let me ask you. Why you think Paul Pogba was having issue with Mourinho at Manchester United? Because Pogba was supposed to play every game. And that's why they let Mourinho go.
Okay, Manchester played
see the
against
game, right?
Manchester played against a team they lose. How you Anthony was not needed in the game, but you
Put him in.
you put him in the game.
Yeah.
That was
So, like I say, this organization as a professional when we play,
That's crazy.
when I signed, like I was signing with a Swedish organization, and Cherno Musa, the guy I was telling you about.
Right.
So they talk to the coach. They understand the coach is in the same organization. When I get there first, the coach was white. He don't like me at all, and the goalkeeper coach son was in the team too.
Yeah.
So it was difficult.
yeah.
But when the management tell him
Gotta play.
he has to
play.
play,
Right.
It's like you don't have no control.
Don't care if you know.
That was
So you
people's
see,
biggest
like you said-
issue with Ole too.
Eric, like when he was in Ajax, he was doing well,
So,
perfectly. He was still
when-
playing big teams. Remember, UEFA, he was still playing big teams, right?
Yeah.
But then he came to Manu, and then he's kind of like shut down, because sometimes he knew you're not supposed to play. But like you said, you have to put the players, because sometimes you know some players are in top form, and you know they're supposed to play, but they cannot go
our
in.
Dortmund game, Sancho scored a magnificent goal. I don't know if it's the Champions League as well.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
UCL last week, right?
Yeah.
You
So,
know,
but you can do that in Manchester.
well, again, you know.
So you see, so
when you have
for me,
issues
sometimes
Yeah,
I feel comfortable.
complicated.
Like
Yeah.
when I was playing for FC Cologne, I feel comfortable in FC Cologne.
Mm.
For me to leave FC Cologne to play for another team, I see it.
the tension.
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 Yeah,
'cause you was by
yeah. So
yourself.
that because
Yeah.
in FC Cologne, I have the free mind and
Yeah, you're-
everything is.
yeah,
Then
yeah,
when
yeah.
you go to another team,
There's competition
the
too.
the competition and the culture is different.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
We play with system.
Mm.
We understand. We know. And when you go play for another team that play with no system,
Mm.
that make you look as a bad player.
Bad play. Yeah.
So sometimes the team we used to be, okay, let's say Hazard, it was doing well in Chelsea.
Mm.
It was the king in Chelsea, but that
Yeah.
move
That he made to
Somebody
Real
made
made
Madrid.
him
Madrid.
become retired.
Yeah.
Still, it tried, but nothing.
But as I said, for us on the outside looking in, it was a bad decision. For him, that was his greatest decision in his life.
Going forward, right?
Yep.
Man, you fan. Question for you: who do you get rid of in this team for next season? Like, who's the player? Who are the players that you be like, this player should not be playing for Manchester United next season?
I can answer that question, but at the same time, if you don't solve the problem, even if you bring more players in, I feel like the problem gonna still continue.
Right.
Because when you get rid of players, you're gonna bring new players, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's new players gonna come in again, and maybe there's
The
more
same system.
stuff, and then it's not gonna work out again. So you cannot just take these players out, bring new players, and then you expect everything gonna be okay. It would not work. So we have to go to the root of the problem. Like exactly, the board has to fix themselves first and give the rights to the coaches to get the right players that they wanted, and then they have the right. Like they give them the right to make the decisions that they wanted. But if you said, get these players out right now, man,
Look,
I will offload that whole team from
get it?
Lindelof. Man, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
we
can
need
get
to
players
bring in-
out, but
Okay,
players
no,
that
no,
wanna play.
like me, Linda, I play with him in Sweden.
Lindelof,
Lindelof.
yeah.
I play with him. We're in the same team in Sweden. It's not a bad player at
Yeah.
all. At all.
I
Trust
like him,
me,
actually.
it's not a bad player. Like Bill said, Manchester need to give the you see the Liverpool coach. He has authority
you.
over the team.
Clap.
Yeah.
But he's been
Arsenal
there
too.
7
When
years.
you see him, the connection with him and the
And the
players,
players, you can tell.
Yeah.
that okay. Like me and Emmanuel, we're playing for the same team.
What?
If I want Emmanuel to play to do well for me, man, the way you speak, the usage,
The approach.
the mix, I can give extra for Emmanuel.
Yep.
Right.
But sometimes when you make that more strict in some players, they link back. They pay me, so do I care? No.
Yeah.
Do you notice something about the Man City coach, Pep? If he took you out, look at what he did with De Bruyne. He went and sit there
Yeah.
trying to, But look at the situation between Tang and Ronaldo. He went out. There's like with Shant. You cannot do that. Try because these are kids working for you. Basically, that's how I see it.
Right.
So you have to, in my language, you say bayo, like you gotta, kind of rub them in the back.
You gotta
Like,
submit,
I understand. They will do anything for you when they play. But again, like you said, if you don't have that connection with your players, I care less. When the week is over, you give me my check, I'm out.
Oh yeah.
What do I care? If I leave, I'm gonna go to another team. Basically, that's what I see.
Right.
But the board has to fix themselves first before we start kicking out these players. Like the ones that we start.
I mean, we have the Ineos takeover, right? And it's looking like they're trying to do a clear out right now. But what they're looking for is, by reading reports and such, they want another manager like how Ole was. Ole was kind of like a yes man, where he was playing the players that he was basically being told to play, right? So they're looking for a guy like Graham Potter or like Southgate, who is not going to really have his own authority, his own authority over the team. You saw like Graham Potter at Chelsea. He was given those players. He couldn't really handle those kind of players, right?
Right.
That magnitude of a club in Chelsea, Man U is, in my opinion, bigger than Chelsea.
Way bigger.
So you can't even handle the magnitude of Chelsea. Yeah, you want to bring in someone like that for United. Obviously, not for him to make his own decisions. For him to be the yes man. For him to be the figurehead. Like so, people can make the decisions for him.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for Southgate too. So I think that we need someone like Ten Hag, because Ten Hag is kind of like, he's kind of rough, and he's set in his own ways, like a little bit stubborn, and he's gonna, to his best ability at least, be trying to do his own thing.
He needs to get a grip of the team. But
Yeah,
right now,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like half, and you're not fully grabbing that team.
If you take him out, then it's gonna be the same thing. Like you're gonna have.
I told you, right? You're gonna bring another new coach again. I mean, if Mourinho already set it out, okay, I was second and this to kick me out. So again, because he was not following instructions.
And most of those, again, if they have some player, if they kick them out, if they go to another team, they will do.
They're gonna do well. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And
We've seen that happen before. Depay left, he started doing well. Di Maria left, he started
yeah,
doing well.
so
So you
well,
see,
like-
because of there's something in like I say, there's an inner something
Yeah.
that need to they should take
That's
care
what
of
I
it.
told you.
They should take
fix
care of
that
it.
first.
You as a player, you can't just go out there and just. You know why Ronaldo came out in the first place and say all that? Because he was
tired.
Ronaldo.
He was tired with
This is the
everything
biggest
too.
superstar now.
Yeah,
And
so
people
he-
know that what he says, like he's.
And then it
people
was
listen to him.
tired, Baba. It was tired.
Yeah.
When he said
Well,
that,
just imagine,
it was
that's
tired.
Ronaldo.
Disrespect
That's
was too
Ronaldo
much.
because he's a bigger superstar. And Anthony cannot come and go against the club.
Nah.
They're gonna sue him.
It's quite easy for
So
them to
you're
get
just
rid
gonna
of
collect,
Anthony.
pocket your bread,
Of course.
and when it's time your contract end, you out of there. You're gonna go somewhere. You're gonna go play.
You see what happened to Sancho, bruh? Sancho?
Yeah, look at Ronaldo. Okay, when Ronaldo was in Manchester, with that age,
30.
With all the striker, he score most goals more than
18,
everybody.
Yes.
That's what I don't understand.
Yes.
And then now he's still playing Saudi, he still score goals. So that tells you something
It's not right.
inside is going on.
Yeah.
Until, for me, my own perception is they have to let the coach be the coach,
Yes.
be the boss, make decision on his own, bring the player they want to bring in. Because again, like you're talking about money, bringing some players can give them money. Because printing your T-shirt, your jersey, they make all those money back from it.
Yeah.
So that sometimes they know what they're doing. Sometimes they know what they're
From a
doing.
business standpoint, for the most
Yeah.
part, the Glazers know how to make money for themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting the dividends from the club for themselves, putting in their own pocket. But
Yeah.
to make money for the club, they don't really care because at the end of the day, they're getting money for their own pocket.
'Cause I bet-
It
I
sounds
bet-
ridiculous, but that's what's happening.
I bet you right now, like with Manchester and Antonio, nobody's buying his jersey. No one.
Okay.
Nobody's buying.
Okay, let's say nobody's buying his jersey now. Okay, if they kick him out of Manchester, give him, go back
6 months.
to
Ajax.
Ajax. Trust me, it will be back at the top.
Yeah, because he was a good
So
player.
sometimes playing,
He was-
because
he was
I'm
good.
fortunate to play in England when I play for the national team, we play the friendly match. The style in England, the play in England, the style of play in England is more intensiveness, speed, quick, fast,
Physical.
and more physical. So
Yeah.
you have to be 100%. The only way you can survive in England that much when you're technically good with the ball.
Yeah.
Even if it's slow, but when you have the ball, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Look like Dimitrov Babatov. It
I
was
was
slow,
just gonna mention that name.
Yeah.
But
but
it's
it
slow
makes
as
it
that
makes
world.
sure of everything in front of him.
Right.
So I mean, so sometimes the pace too and the style of play it makes some player cannot adapt. But
Yeah.
if they go to another team, another country, it's easy for them to blow. Look at Sanchez when he get to Italy, boom.
Yeah.
Lukaku when he get to Italy, boom.
Damian too. Go back to Italy. Like
Yeah.
those three at Inter. From all three from United,
Yeah.
went straight to Inter, and then boom,
And
they won a title.
look at Abraham,
Mkhitaryan too. Mkhitaryan
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Abraham.
Arsenal, but
boom.
Yeah.
They're doing well.
Way better.
Smalling, Roma.
Yeah.
yes.
Boom.
And when
That guy's one of the best
Martial
center-backs.
when he was in Spain, he was doing
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I mean, like for me, sometimes is the team. But like I said,
The environment too.
if they fix everything, Manchester has the highest fan base in the world. I
you know?
think.
Yeah.
So if they fix the team and allow the coach to be the coach, be the boss of all bosses overall,
Right.
make the decision on his own, take whatever action he want to take. At least I believe they will come back to
Manchester will
their
come back
their,
to
their,
being
their normal
Manchester.
peak.
I
Well,
think that guy will not be there in the summer.
You don't think so?
honestly.
No. I know. It will be there. It will be there. Trust
Okay.
me.
It's for me. It's like 50-50. It's one of those ones where like you
We're
can
not
see,
even
you can yeah. It's so unsure, and the fact that even we're unsure, you know, the players are also unsure. Like the players are also like maybe thinking, oh, this guy might not even be here next season, so why are we trying so hard? Something like that, or like. Because there's so many reports of Ineos like, yo, we don't know if Ten Hag is going to be our guy going forward. Like, and then you see all these news outlets like giving different managers like, obviously like the players are like, yo, what's going on too? Because I'm sure like also the players are not having 100% understanding what's going on behind the club too.
right.
So like not only the manager is like, oh, what the heck, these people are trying to replace me, like, but the players are like, yo, like, what's the point if he's not going to be here next season?
Right. Well, like I said, me, I don't really care. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm happy if this keep on going.
Yeah, you guys not gonna win the cup. I mean,
It doesn't
the
matter.
Premier
Like
League
I'm seeing Man U crumble right now as it is.
See,
But trust
I'd
me,
rather
enjoy.
Arsenal than those two.
But trust me, what I understand about the Premier League all along, you will see them struggle, but at the end of the Premier League, they'll be in the first four.
They stand.
Of course. It's
Man
it's
U.
Who's
in
gonna
our-
be the
it's in
second?
our-
One number
Okay,
It's in our DNA.
okay. Hold on. It was last year or year before last when they take second position.
Mm.
They were down. Nobody believed that they will come. Trust me.
11 games to
Some
go.
of this team, some of this team will start. Some of this team they will start running out.
Mm.
Some of this team they will start running
Yeah.
out. Trust me.
Aston Villa is
That
playing
out.
Aston Villa and
fantastic
Spurs.
football.
That outplay.
Spurs is
That
gonna be in the top
that
six,
that
so-
outplay. Okay, we'll see. That
Top six. You guys
that
have
make the
four.
beauty. That make the beauty of the game because sometimes when you get to the position when they know the boys from the men, you will know. Trust me, you
Yeah.
see some teams start.
Newcastle was doing
They Newcastle when they start, boom,
boom, and now
Yeah.
Last season,
They
this
guys had a lot of injuries, but
Newcastle
Man.
had injuries, but it's also the style of play like makes them their ties, the players tied.
And even yesterday they rogue the West Ham team.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna.
Yeah, yesterday they rogue the West Ham team. Like I say, Premier League and this VAR system, and it makes the game no interesting.
Another debate.
So I mean,
we'll
find another day.
Well,
Yeah,
like
we'll
I
find
said,
another day.
this is just like music to my ears. Like me, I'm happy if
All right,
they keep going like this.
All
you know
right,
what I'm
whatever.
saying? What?
All right, thanks for watching. See you next episode.
And thank you guys for
All right,
coming to
thank
us.
Peace.